On last week's episode, I woke up at a Planet Fitness in Midland, Texas. I had a great night's sleep and decided to start the day out with a healthy breakfast of steak and eggs, one of my van life favorites. Then I went ahead, hopped behind the driver's seat, and started my trek north up into the mountains of New Mexico. Absolutely beautiful scenery on the way there. My first stop was at Spence Hot Springs. It's an absolutely beautiful location, and I wanted to go and soak in the pools for a little bit after many days of driving. I hiked up the trail. It wasn't too far, but it was definitely rugged. But it took me to an absolutely beautiful mountaintop hot spring with two separate pools. I quickly jumped in and just soaked away the driving miles and really just relaxed. And to top it all off, I ended up finding a fresh wild mint plant and even picked off a leaf and gave it a test. And let me tell you what, this was just about the perfect day. So today we're starting out in the parking lot of a truck stop, kind of a gas station rest area combo. I always sleep really well at these spots because overnight parking is absolutely allowed. I never have to worry about getting a knock, and I always feel safe and secure. So this was just and it's super beautiful out. This was just a really nice evening, beautiful views, and the temperatures have dropped. I woke up to a nice 79 inside, and this was actually the first time it was actually colder outside the van than it was inside. Today I woke up feeling not super hungry, but more just excited to hit the road and continue my journey north. So I decided to skip breakfast and just start with my favorite morning drink. I've kind of given up coffee. It's been a little rough on my stomach lately. So my new drink of choice is a morning matcha green tea. And so what I do is I go ahead and heat up my tea kettle on my induction cooktop, and then I add a scoop of matcha green tea, a little bit of honey, and then a couple forks full of coconut cream. And then when you add the hot water to that and mix it up, it makes a really creamy, frothy, delicious tea that I've grown quite accustomed to, and I actually prefer it over coffee now. And it gives me a nice stable energy. I don't get the jitters like coffee started to give me, and also it's really easy on my stomach. So if you guys are considering something different for your mornings, give matcha a try. I definitely recommend it. Wow, look at that beautiful big wide open plain. That is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. All right, friends, so here we are. We're pulled over on the side of the road in New Mexico. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Bam. Absolutely beautiful here in New Mexico. Loving it. So here's the situation. When I was first coming into New Mexico, I noticed my transmission felt like it was shifting hard. Like there was a little bit of a clunking sound. Just today, all of a sudden, well, for the last couple days, I've been occasionally hearing a clunk going on under the car, like mostly when I slow down and then when I take off. I hear like a clunk, like, two pieces of metal hitting together. And so I've just been rolling with it because, I mean, what are you going to do? And it hasn't been consistent enough where I've been like, okay, it's like happening often enough where I can take it to a mechanic and they can diagnose it. Because when you have an intermittent problem, if they don't experience it, then they can't properly diagnose it. Anyway, so now I'm driving through the mountains in New Mexico, heading to Los Alamos, which is about an hour away, and now it's really noisy and it's consistent, and it's just like bang, 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 and it changes with the RPMs. It goes up or down with the RPMs, but it's a consistent banging, and so I feel like it's definitely something in the driveline, which is ideal. You don't want it to be the engine, you don't want it to be the transmission. The driveline is going to be your least significant issue typically, and so that's what it sounds like. It's getting really bad now, but I really have no choice. I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere, I have no cell reception, so I'm just going to try to baby this thing an hour north to Los Alamos, and then find a mechanic and have him take a look at it. Crawling under the van here. This is my driveline. everything looks pretty good because I had the U-joints replaced like literally 2 months ago. And so, you know, they all look good. They have the bushings. I just don't see anything wrong with them. I think it might be this carrier bearing here. If I push on the driveline, let me see. I don't know if you can see how much it flexes in the video, but it flexes quite a bit. I don't know if that's normal or not. So now we're heading into Los Alamos. I'm a little nervous because I'm in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there are people driving past me, so like worst case scenario, someone would probably give me a ride into town, but I don't really want to do that. So we're just gonna drive to Los Alamos. Hopefully it all works out. I'm gonna try to hang the camera down and see if I can get you guys a little sneak peek of what this sounds like. I want you to see what I'm working with. So here we go, let's try it out. I'll tell you what though, it sure is beautiful up here. I'm up here at like 8,500 feet. Lots of trees, lots of greenery, super pretty. I gotta tell you, northern New Mexico has been really nice. The southern part of the state is dry and hot, it's just desert, but up here in the north, it reminds me of Oregon a little bit. Eastern Oregon, southern Oregon. Lots of pine trees, lots of evergreens, scrub brush, beautiful. Whew. I don't know if y'all heard that. That was a loud schmack. Okay, friends. I have an update on the van. I have now made it to Los Alamos, New Mexico. I'm about half an hour from the place I was heading, Albacoa Reservoir, and Driveline symptoms are getting severely worse. And so the place I'm heading, you know, is just out in the woods. There is no services, no town or anything. This is like the last town before you get out into the wilderness. So I feel like I need to have my van repaired here, and or at least looked at, repaired something, but I need to have it checked out before I go any further. So here I am in New Mexico. You know what's funny? It seems like whenever I have a vehicle breakdown, it's always on a Friday, because it's like it breaks down Friday and then you have to basically wait all weekend until the mechanic opens Monday. It's like Murphy's Law, but here we are, Friday evening. Van is basically out of commission. It's just so loud when it drives. I'm worried I'm gonna just totally break down somewhere. Anyway, so I called around to some mechanics. A lot of people are like so booked out, they're not even taking on new appointments for like 2 to 3 weeks. So that's definitely bad news to be in a small town and have to wait that long for service. But I found one guy who said if I bring it by first thing in the morning on Monday, he said he would take a look at it. So I'm hoping that's the case, and I'm hoping that he'll look at it and maybe he'll take pity on me and make the repair. Anyway, so here we are. I want to show you guys what I'm doing. Normally stealth camping in a city is no problem, but with my van being funky, I don't want to drive it around and break down somewhere, because then I'm really in trouble. So what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to drive the van to the mechanic shop, the guy that agreed to look at it Monday, and I'm going to just leave it there all weekend and just live in his parking lot without telling him. Shh, don't tell him. Anyway, so check this out. Here is, I'm going to show you guys what's going on. So this is Los Alamos, New Mexico. Here is the automotive shop right here where I'm going to leave my van, and I'm going to ultimately live in it for the next couple days. So hopefully it'd be nice if I could get it down here somewhere, a little bit off the street, a little bit hidden away. But worst case scenario, I'll just park it in one of these front spots. But the reason I've decided to do this, and I'm cool with it, is because right across from the mechanic shop. Oops. Right up here, right here on the corner, there's a Starbucks coffee. So I can go there in the morning, hook up with Wi-Fi, do a little work on the laptop, edit some videos, that type of stuff. So I can walk over, work on the computer at Starbucks, and then right over here, there's this huge, beautiful park, like really nice park. I already went and walked around it. Big lawn, beautiful little pond. So I can easily just hang out here. I could spend a whole day just hanging out here at the park. It's so nice. So I figure not a bad spot to have to break down. I can hang out at the park, hang out at Starbucks, and then walk back to my van in the evening. And then the other nice thing is that this is a pretty small town, so there's like a grocery store right across the street, and basically everything I need is within walking distance. Oh, that looks like a real easy parking lot. I guess the next question is, can I find something level? Can I find something level? Oh, there's another van lifer in their parking lot. Looks like he's getting a new windshield. Whoa, this is steep. Okay, here we go. There's a Dodge B-Series camper van right there. All right, this is it. This is the spot that we will stay. Here we are, Los Alamos. I'm parked at this auto shop parking lot. It's actually, the auto shop's up there, and then this is like a self-storage unit. Pretty good parking spot, honestly. Got a pretty view though. Pretty view of the side parking lot. The first things first though, I gotta go find a restroom, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk from here, and I'm gonna go up over here through this beautiful park, and I'm gonna go up to the library, which is right here, Mesa Public Library. They are open. I don't know why that's all blurry. Anyway, they're open. And so libraries are usually good to go hang out. I'm sure they have a restroom in there. Here we go. Got my phone, got my wallet. Boom. When it comes to a breakdown is, I think the most important thing is just to keep moving and, you know, do what you can to try to just get your mind off the subject. At this point, it just seems like really what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to wait until Monday to find anything else. And so once you get to that point and you decide, okay, well, I can't do anything about it till Monday, then the best thing you can do is anything else that will kind of help you take your mind off of the fact that you're broken down, because it's kind of a helpless feeling. So in this case, I've decided I basically can't do anything till Monday, so I'm just gonna go out and explore Los Alamos. It's a beautiful day, it's summertime, it's warm, it's super comfortable. It's gotta be like 70, mid-70s right now, super cozy. And so I'm just gonna go out for a walk, explore the town, and just see what's happening, because the reality is, if my van was 100% fully functional, this is what I would be doing anyway, right? I would just be out exploring the town, seeing what's going on. And so that's the move we're gonna make. So here we are, we're coming up on the park of Los Alamos. Now it's Saturday, and it looks like up here they have some kind of a street fair going on. I can see a bunch of tents, and they got the road closed. So it looks like they might be having a little, maybe like a farmer's market or something. So we're gonna go check that out. And oh, look at this, dog going potty. All the humans going potty, that's nice. Check this out though, super pretty lake. Big fountain going on. This is crazy fancy. Got some New Mexico threads. Oh, look at that. Look at this. They got a onesie. Look at this. They got a New Mexico onesie. Man, if I didn't live in Texas, I would never even be able to wear this in Texas. But that's bad. It's only 50 bucks. It's probably made in China though. 100% polyester, made in China. Oh, that's cool though. Over here, this is like art fair. Art fair.
Logan, come on, bud.
So I'm just wrapping up down here at the Farmers Market Street Fair, and I'll tell you what, the universe is incredible. And you know, the main reason that I really enjoy traveling and van life and just getting out in nature and is really getting out of your element and doing things you wouldn't normally do, going places you wouldn't normally go. And I feel like when you do that and you get outside of a routine, the universe throws you all kinds of random encounters and experiences and things that you would not typically find in your normal daily routine. You know, when you're just going from your work to your gym, to your home, to your friend's house, everything is so routine and similar. But stepping outside that comfort zone, you allow so much cool stuff to potentially come in. And so here I am wandering through this arts and crafts market in Los Alamos, New Mexico. I don't know anybody here. And this guy randomly comes up to me and says, hey, I recognize you from YouTube. And so we just hung out and started talking for a little bit and ended up having like a 15-minute conversation, and he's super chill dude. And I told him I'm actually broken down right now just across the street in this parking lot, and he was like, hey, if you need anything, my house is right down the street. I live right here. If you need anything, I'm happy to help you, which I really don't need anything because my van is super self-sufficient. I have really everything I need, so I don't need anything. But he was like, hey, I'm going on a hike tomorrow morning up in the mountains, and he's a local. He was actually born here. And so he knows all the cool spots, and he said there's this hike he's going on, and there's a natural spring, and all kinds of food that you can forage for. I don't know, it sounds crazy, but basically now I'm gonna be going on a hike tomorrow, and he's gonna come pick me up at my broken down van. So now I get to go on a hike tomorrow up here in New Mexico with basically a local hiking expert here in New Mexico. And I mean, it's gonna be a good time. And it's like, I'm stuck here anyway, but you know, now I'm not just sitting in my van, like, you know, bummed out because my van's broken and, you know, watching YouTube and just kind of depressed. You know, I went out, met some people, and the universe tossed me a huge cookie, and now I get to go have a super exciting, eventful weekend. So really looking forward to it and excited to share with you guys what happens tomorrow. Should be good. So wow, mind blown, so good.